Ako si Architect Louie Vito and welcome to my topic, the pandemic introspection. To start with, let me share with you what is the meaning of the word introspection. Ano nga ba ito? Based on Webster Dictionary, introspection is an examination of one's own thoughts and feelings. So all the topics that will be discussed are all my personal thoughts and feelings on how the pandemic affects architecture. So join me for the rest of the minutes as I give my personal introspection on how the pandemic changed architecture in our society. With the world slowly adapting to life in a pandemic, Miss Ellie Stataki says that architecture is being called upon to reshape our spaces as we look optimistically ahead to a post-pandemic world. So this pandemic challenges and transform our industry, simula sa education, workplace, our community, construction industry, housing, and the as-built environment. Having all these challenges in our society, let me share to you my topic by comparing the before and after the pandemic I observed affecting our architectural design practice. Number one that I observed is the word proxemics. Let me define you first what is proxemics. Proxemics is the study of the nature, degree, and effect of the spatial separation individual naturally maintain and on how this separation relates to our environment and cultural factors. So meron tong apat na sukat. Yan. Ito yung number one is the public space, 7.6 meters to 25 feet. Number 2 is the social space, 3.7 meters or 12 feet. Ang pangatlo is personal space which is 1.2 meters or 4 feet. And last is the intimate space which is 0.45 meters or 1.5 feet. Before, hindi ito known ng public or hindi siya na-appreciate. Unlike ngayon, na nagkaroon tayo ng pandemic, is mas kilala ito na tinawag nating social distancing. At ang social distancing, ang ginamit nila doon is the personal space, which is 1.2 meters or 1 meter. So parang love lang yan. Minsan kailangan din talaga ng space.
Hindi tayo pwede.
Number 2 that I observed is having a room ventilation. Before, it is not considered, especially on public places or malls or lobbies, na katulad ng mga na-encounter natin before, na pag pumasok tayo sa mga malls, is completely sarado siya. So, wala talaga siyang ventilation or cross-ventilation. Unlike ngayon na nagkaroon ng pandemic, is nagkaroon tayo ng awareness sa tinatawag nating cross-ventilation or ventilation. So, may isang ang experiment na kinandak sa Japan that having a good ventilation will lessen the bacteria to circulate. So, meaning, we are struggling sa bacteria na wag siyang kumalat. So, pag nagkaroon pala tayo ng ventilation sa isang public place or sa isang room, so malilesen natin ang pag-transmit ng bacteria dun sa paligid natin. That is why it is good for public places to let go for the bacteria up in the air. So, minsan kailangan talagang dapat i-let go para makapasok yung tamang tao para sa atin.
Hindi tayo pwede. Pinagtagpo.
Number 3 is indoor finishing materials. So before, all finishing materials are available and ready to be used indoor. So, from stainless steel, from marbles, granite, etc. So, open tayo sa mga materials na yun na gamitin sa mga projects natin. So, ngayon na nagka-pandemic, we highly recommend na gumamit tayo ng mga antibacterial material. Mas kilala itong materials na to as copper. Alam nyo ba na ang copper can continuously reduce bacteria contamination achieving 99.9%. Almost 100 na to reduction within 2 hours of exposure. Ang bilis niyang makalet go, 'di ba? So parang art of letting go lang 'yan. Kung ang copper nga kayang alisin ang dumikit sa kanya sa loob ng 2 oras, ikaw pa kaya?
Hindi tayo pwede. Pinagtagpo.
Number 4, ito yung sanitation area. Before, only hospitals and isolation facilities have these facilities na katulad ng pagsasanitize. So, nung nagkaroon ng pandemic, nakakagulat kasi lahat, even our homes, is meron na ring sanitation area. Itong sanitation area na to is composed of foot bath, hand wash, and paggamit ng alcohol. And dapat nire-remind ito na gawin siya regularly. So, thinking and reminding of it regularly to sanitize is a big help para ma-lessen yung pag-transmit ng bacteria. So parang crush mo lang to na kahit anong ginagawa mo, maya't maya mong iniisip.
Hindi tayo pwede Inagtagpo.
Number 5. Ayan. So, number 5 is performing physical activity. So, going to gym to do physical activity or going to a park para makapag-jogging, ito yung mga ginagawa natin before. And ngayon na nagkaroon ng pandemic is naging indoor ang ating mga physical activities. Sa mga bahay-bahay, 'di ba, nagulat tayo, even sa mga Facebook video posts is pinopost nila yung mga gym routines nila indoor. So, hindi mo na kailangang umalis para or magbiyahe para lumayo and to do your physical activity. So, pwede mong gawin yan in the comfort of your home. Na minsan yung taong para sa'yo ay nandyan lang pala sa tabi mo. Hindi mo na kailangang lumayo pa.
Hindi tayo pwede Inagtagpo.
Observation number 6. Gardening. So, every time, laging sinasabi sa akin ng nanay ko na pag pumunta kami daw ng probinsya, hindi kami magugutom. Kasi may tanim doon at kahit wala kang trabaho is makakakain ka. So, before, putting a garden is not required and we don't usually offer it sa mga kliyente natin. So, nung nagkaroon ng pandemic, nagkaroon tayo ng idea na dapat pala may garden. Para nung panahon ng lockdown, nung wala tayong mabilhan at sarado yung supermarket, is meron tayong supply ng pagkain natin. Doon din lumabas na yung mga tao is nagkaroon ng idea din sa pagkakaroon ng indoor plants. Hindi lang fruit-bearing trees, kundi indoor plants. So, nagkaroon tayo ng mga plantito, plantita, yan, na naglalagay tayo ng mga plants. And itong pandemic na to is tinuruan tayong maging closer sa nature. Kaya, minsan iniisip natin sa sobrang close natin sa isa't isa, yung mundo niya ay nagiging mundo na rin natin. Observation number 7. Ito yung workplace. Before, pag kailangan mong magtrabaho, kailangan mong pumunta sa isang opisina. Unlike ngayon na nagkaroon ng pandemic, is na-introduce yung working remotely. So, hindi mo na kailangan pumunta sa office para makapagtrabaho. So, yung office mo is nasa loob na ng inyong mga kanya-kanyang tahanan or ng mga kanya-kanyang mga bedrooms. At different platforms was introduced. Nagkaroon tayo ng Zoom, Teams, Google Meet, at maraming pang iba. It is used to keep the communication remotely. So, parang long distance relationship lang yan na kailangan ng open communication para mag-work. Observation number 8. Ito yung health awareness. Before, is hindi conscious yung tao sa mga health nila. Hindi rin tayo conscious kung ano yung mga sinusuot natin na may kinalaman sa health. Unlike ngayon na nagkaroon ng pandemic, health conscious ang mga tao sa pagkain, indoor environment, and even sa mga physical protection. Even pagkakaroon din ng health insurance. Ito yung mga napansin natin. So, use of face mask, face shield, gloves, healthy living diet, and even availing health insurance. Ito yung naging talamak ngayong pandemic. At naalala ko nga, when Bill Gates was invited to speak sa TED Talk noong the year 2015, sabi niya doon na hindi daw wars ang papatay sa tao in the future, kundi single bacteria that is contagious. At ito yung COVID-19. Kung saan na-implement ang lockdown at pinagstay tayo sa kanya-kanyang mga bahay natin for a certain time. Sabi nga ng iba, ang hirap daw magstay sa house ng 1 month during lockdown. And nagstay ka nga sa maling tao for how many years? 1 month pa kaya?
Hindi tayo pwede Inagtagpo.
Observation number 9. Ito yung non-essential activities. Before, people are too busy and too many activities that is not essentially kailangan ng isang tao. Like going to gym, sa mga bar, sa mga spa, salon, sa mga malls, and many more. So, yung nagkaroon ng pandemic, the pandemic teaches us that life is simple and appreciate the essential activities of a human being. Ito yung mga activity na mahalaga para sa atin, na katulad ng mga pagkain, at hindi yung maraming bagay na nagpapaka-busy tayo doon. Kaya kahit anong busy ng isang tao, kung mahalaga ka, bibigyan ka ng time.
Hindi tayo pwede Inagtagpo.
Observation number 10. So, ito yung architect's expertise. Before, architects are not popular in designing spaces. In fact, ang dami nating kalaban sa industriya sa pagde-design. Even our clients, kaya na rin mag-design. Pero ngayong pandemic, nagulat tayo kasi the limelight turns to us, mga architects. That the architects is essential to fight this pandemic and considered as frontliners in terms of designing spaces. Kasi tayo yung mas equipped at mas alam natin kung paano i-solve yung social distancing and i-retrofit sa design yung mga existing structures natin para maging pandemic-free ang isang establishment. So, kaya magmahal ka ng architect. Project nga, kaya niyang i-plano, future niyo pa kaya. So, as a conclusion, with all my pandemic introspection, I will just share to you 3 images showing different spaces that will change our architectural design perspective. And I want you to do your own introspection based on the images that I will flash on your screen. So, ready na ba kayo? So, ito yung image number 1, domestic space. So, yung domestic space, ito yung parang residential space na pwede nating i-adapt soon sa mga future projects natin. Image number 2, ito yung ating office space. Yung office space na to, ito yung ideal na pwede nating gamitin sa mga future projects natin. And image number 3 is the city space. Ito naman ang ideal na public place kapag kayo or tayo ay nag-design ng mga public place sa mga kanya-kanyang projects natin. With that, I will leave you with this statement from David Benjamin. He says that pandemics are a special problem. Is simply a call for architects to be directly engaged with the issue. They are trained to deal with the special problems, how one space relate to another, and how rooms flow into each other, and how they are connected by corridors, and how their volumes interrelates. We know that architects cannot cure the pandemic, but the doctors can. What architects can do is to design a space that responds to the pandemic and reorganizing again what is the essential need of a person and what is not. As Norman Foster says, that as an architect, you design for the present with an awareness of the past for the future which is essentially unknown. Thank you again for having me. This is architect Louie Vito saying let's create architectural possibilities. God bless you all, Wapsa. Bye!